Happy New Year! Well, that's a little bit late,
Wow,
but
that's
still,
really late.
I mean...
You can say that, in
It's-
Belgium you can say it all month long.
Well, there you go. In the Netherlands, on this very special occasion, since we haven't seen you since last year, we can also still say it.
Yeah.
And what a Happy New Year this is. I'm here on the couch with my good buddy Megalithic, my equally good buddy Aris Emir Politopoulos, the disembodied voice. Populous. Disembodied voices of Chilla and Vincent, and another set of disembodied voices with us through Skype, through the power of a telephone radio mast near us.
4G.
4G. Our good friends from York. We've got Megan, Tara, and Andrew. The last names, if you watch your streams, if you're anyway into the archeo gaming scene, you should know their last names. I'm not going to tell you. This is a nice little Google challenge. Very happy to be joined by you, especially Megan, because you're an expert on the topic that we'll be discussing this evening. And in addition, we have another disembodied voice, but a bit of chat on our Twitch channel. Kelly, and you have to help me with her last name, don't you?
Oh, we know it's an M.
It's Kelly M. There you go.
Probably more. But,
Probably more. That's another nice Google challenge for tonight. If you get bored with our game playing, find out the last name of Kelly. Kelly is an expert on the archaeology of Tomb Raider, and she runs her own blog, which is called thearchaeologyoftombRaider.com, right?
Tomb Raider.
yeah.
Tomb Raider Archaeology. Yeah,
I feel
exactly.
like you just encouraged the audience to die. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Try and Google that too, and you should be good. So, what are we gonna do today? Well, the same thing we do every day, Stimpy.
Drinking beer?
Drinking beer.
And playing video games.
Playing video games. And of course, as real archaeologists, we're gonna do some dungeon delving.
And for
Some
some
tomb
extra,
raiding.
extra intrigue, the M stands for mystery.
M for mystery with
Oh
Kelly.
yeah?
Tell me mystery.
No, we are going to be delving into something that is, well, definitely quite exciting for me, because I haven't played even 1 minute of this game yet.
No,
The
me
only thing
neither.
I've seen of this game is this starting screen, which is looking kind of, well, kind of like the Netherlands is looking right now.
Ice.
Cold and inhospitable.
It's not covered in ice, so I
But
wouldn't
without
go
the-
to
without
say.
the mountains.
Without the mountains.
We're in the
So-
most flat country of the
Without
And
the
world.
we don't
mountains.
have a lost city under a glacier, which is
I do
which
have a
is
lost city
also,
in my
like-
basement though, so
Okay,
still.
yeah, well, yeah.
There you go. If you can already see her, I don't really know what the... and of course, Wiz is with us too. So what are we going to be doing specifically?
Well, we're
Jaromir,
gonna-
Vincent, my best friend, you
Yeah.
are the one who designed this particular stream, so...
Yeah, we have a print of the thing.
No?
No.
That's perfect. That's amazing.
I have it on
That
my
is
phone
very
already.
professional.
Okay.
So from the top of my head, then I guess we'll get into specifics later. But we are now in the lost city of Kitesh. It's kind of end game, but don't worry if you haven't played the game, you won't like be spoiled or whatever with any storyline or whatever because
no
the game is
storylines
finished.
here. Okay, the game's
Game
finished.
is finished.
Game
This
is
is-
finished.
this
We're not
is-
doing quests.
Yeah,
Campaign
this
is
is-
over, excavation
exactly.
is finished, but...
one person, guys.
All
Or-
we are doing is doing treasure.
Yeah, we're
Treasure.
just Philip. Can I
Alright.
do the thing like tonight?
Okay.
Philip, shut up.
So this is literally what we're doing. Apparently at the end of the game there are... At the end of
Well-
Tomb Raider... I really forgot the subtitle.
The Rise of the Tomb
The
Raider.
Rise of the Tomb Raider, thank you. The Rise of the Tomb Raider, there are challenges at the end of it.
Well, no, it's not really challenges. You can do them all through the game as well. You can do them on the way. I chose not to. I chose to do that end game, which means that the game I've completed now is only like 40 or 50%. And then you can complete it to 100% if you're a completionist and have too much time.
Well, we definitely don't have too much time, but we do have some time. So let's literally...
Let's see first if, for shits and giggles,
If they
there
are there.
around the corner is or not is a bear. Yay, no bear! Okay, that's good. It's in the back there, that brick wall that's been knocked out.
How come this brick wall? Have there been
Okay, so
archaeologists here
before you go
us?
in,
Yes.
the brick wall I broke open with my pickaxe.
Did you break
What?
the
You
wall?
broke a wall?
It's a rock wall.
Can
You
we
use the
have
pickaxe?
Can
With
we
the
have
Man, that's
an
so cool. I
ethical-
use it in the field too sometimes.
Yeah.
Can I finish my intro?
We need an
Can I
ethical verdict
please
on
finish
the
my
wall.
intro?
Go ahead.
So, the lost city of Kitesh is where we are at. And it's based on a 13th century Russian legend in fact, apparently. Actually talks about two cities, Mali Kitesh and Bolshoi Kitesh. It begins after Grand Prince Vladimir George II, apparently that's a thing, George whatever, has founded the city of Bolshoi Kitesh off the shore of Lake Svetloyat.
Alright.
In short, George II retreats with his army to Bolshoi Kitesh when a Mongolian prince invades.
Yeah, Mongolians!
You shitty Mongolians, stop doing my shitty wall. Okay, and then, but rather than defending themselves, the whole city begins to pray, and the entire city sinks into a nearby lake,
Right.
under which we are now.
I want to destroy some heritage, but the game is not looking.
Yes, this is not Zelda. So we're gonna.
Damn, I'm like pickaxing it. You know how many times I've done an excavation?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Never.
Oh, it's a climbing axe. It's not really a pickaxe.
No, it's a
yeah.
climbing axe.
I've done no excavation with that. I have
They
excavated.
don't work on those faces?
No, it doesn't. No, I don't think so.
I go in.
I believe-
Yeah, we're
I
now
believe-
going into the tomb. So what we're gonna do through this stream is we're gonna do multiple tombs, which is mainly gonna be puzzles, but we're also gonna be finding items.
Alright.
And
these-
then we can discuss the items we find.
Maybe they can say something.
Yeah, for sure. That's
Yes.
That's why I did the setup to ask for an ethical intervention regarding the pickaxe wall.
as you can see, Megan, we desperately need some
A
ethical
blue
intervention
glass
because there's
vase.
already a wall that has
Still
been
in
pickaxed through.
excellent condition.
And here
Not
is
many of
somebody
these
who's looting
survived
stuff
for
from
obvious
graves.
reasons.
The context is lost now, Aris. What are you doing, man?
He opened the box. It was just a box and it was
I
standing
just
there.
ruined
You
everything.
keep
I know.
talking.
Could you maybe tell us a little bit, Megan, about because we are talking about the ethical intervention that you'll be
We
making.
have a couple issues that we've already seen here. The first is that we broke into this area without any idea about what was happening on the other side of that wall. And I didn't see any evidence that we recorded anything at all. And then one of the things that's interesting to me in this game, when you find treasures, is which ones they choose to place in a context of a box and which ones they choose to make sitting out.
That's true.
Um,
Yeah, I've seen that.
And I saw a real difference between this game and the last game in the series, where in this game, you'll find that a lot of the artifacts that could be technically characterized as Christian seem to be privileged in terms of how you deal with them versus the last game when the artifacts were mostly Eastern in origin. You tend to take the stuff in this game, like if it's a book or a manuscript, it shows you looking at it, but it makes it clear that you didn't actually take a holy text. Whereas for objects in the last game, you just took everything, no matter what its documentary value.
So what we've just been seeing is Alice has been picking up certain things and looking at certain boxes. And all of these are
Objects.
objects.
An iron
So what does
pendant.
it tell us when we are actually looking at
Soldiers
this?
in the
An iron
Empire
pendant.
would
Soldiers in the
sometimes
Empire
tie
would
them to their
sometimes tie
belts.
them to their belts. So there is apparently some information on the artifacts that you're finding.
What is
And
this modeled after?
It's weird because it's the name, the soldier's pendant, then it says the
Athanatoi.
Athanatoi. Yeah, which means immortals.
The immortals, yes, for sure.
Oh, it's Greek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That makes so much
That
sense
makes
in
sense
Siberia,
because we're
right?
no, it makes sense because we're in the area where the deathless are, who are immortal soldiers from the Empire. So that makes total sense.
From the Russian Empire. Or the Star Wars Empire.
yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know, maybe they're
No, but how does it stop?
We're digging. We actually dug 3 lug nuts.
So this is giving you three. This is giving us experience while we're digging, and it's telling us we're avid learners.
Yes.
That's
There has to be a dive button that's probably
Kelly is
jump.
saying most of the relics are mostly based on Byzantine art.
Yes, because I know that because yesterday I was walking through a valley that's in the game, and there's an armor set up like a scarecrow, and it's one of the few things that she looks at, and if you stand still long enough, she'll start talking about that it's Byzantine.
Oh yeah.
Kelly will know
Ruins
which one
under
I'm
the
talking
water.
about, probably.
A suit of art?
It's a suit of armor set up like a like a scarecrow. Right next to the blacksmith, I think.
Look around, Alice. Look at the beautiful scenery too.
Yes. Don't.
He says his eyes. He's like a real archaeologist. Eyes on the ground
Eyes
the whole
on the
time.
ground, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
The ground is moving right now.
I've missed so much beautiful scenery in my survey days. So I see that the campfires of Tomb Raider 1 return, the base camps.
Yeah. Don't do the fast travel because then we're the fuck out of here. There is a base camp here, so we can come back later, but it's not so useful to start talking how
So-
the system works.
So what is the idea about raiding these tombs? Is there like a side quest attached to it, or are you literally?
This is like a puzzle. It's always a huge puzzle. Once you advance further than this first cave, you'll probably find it.
Okay.
But what's the goal? Like, why?
Well, you get like a main. Holy shit! What was that? I don't know. You're being shot at.
Things are not going well.
Are there deathless here? I don't even know. You'll find a treasure at the end, and the treasure is actually
I'll need to provide the spark.
knowledge, which is kind of cool.
Treasure is knowledge.
Because you upgrade one of your skills.
Ah, okay. So that's what I've been seeing. All these things that you've been picking up or doing give us experience, which is actually
Yes, yes.
that
And you
maybe
level up
in that
skills.
sense it's kind of nice. At least it's not like this much gold is being
There's a
gotten
bit of
from-
a Far Cry leveling system as well.
When I go to make that jump down,
I
or
think you should use fire arrow or something to blow
You can
those.
do that. You can do that. You have a fire
Does require
arrow.
interact with an artifact at the end in order to get the knowledge, though.
Yes.
That is true. That is true. It's
Yes.
still a far cry from what we would like to see.
Excellent fun there.
It's very good fun.
Yes.
how do I
Indeed.
fire?
Well, you press the up arrow, but you press it until you see a little fire icon. You have it selected already, actually.
I know.
And then you use the aim, and I think it's the
Is it not a tree?
yeah. I have. That was it. There we go.
Well, good job destroying whatever the hell that was.
That was an insanely elaborate trap spawning gas, so I don't think I
Yes.
should have destroyed that.
So
It's,
the chamber
it's also
of
what was in the-
exorcism. Wow, that is enticing.
What the hell is on the murals? Is this a church?
Yeah, well, this is very my
All right.
extreme Byzantine
Maybe don't
knowledge.
light the paintings on fire.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
No, he's just zooming in, I think, in some
Yeah.
weird way.
But these are very typical, like Byzantine and Northern Byzantine murals.
Plus,
It's
there's
not very weird.
there's a
Although
very
the,
big side thing on the prophet. You find all these documents about the whole prophet thing, but that maybe Megan and Callie can help me a little on that because it's still not clear what the hell that's doing in this game.
What prophet?
It's
Well, if
the
you talk too much about the prophet, that's gonna get into spoiling the main plot.
well, that's true, but I don't like. Is it all like that guy?
It's a lot of it is focused around him.
Oh,
Is this
all
a
right.
mausoleum?
It's a crypt.
They believe
That's
this
that's,
I guess
that's
it
cool.
makes sense.
I didn't know that, Megan. That's cool.
CSPB,
it's-
Bucks. I don't know what that says.
SMQ.
ND. Yes, I have no clue. No
So
idea.
it's some sort of mausoleum, right? Because here, go to the right. But back where you were, obviously. Are those skeletons?
Yeah.
No telling how
They're
many people
mummified?
died here.
Yeah, I guess so.
Somewhat. Can you look at them
Not necessarily mummified.
with your arrow, like aim towards them or something that is a little bit zoomed?
I like how Aris' zoom in here is the arrow.
Well,
I'm shooting at
What
things.
else is there? You
Well,
can
that's
zoom,
it's a,
actually.
it's a
You
good
can
thing.
zoom.
That's even if you would like to interface more directly with whatever you're seeing around here.
Okay.
Okay,
So
apparently
Kelly
can only
has,
do it
Kelly
through,
has some
shooting at it.
backstory.
All right, Kelly.
Yay!
Please, yes, please share.
Okay, so she says, you're going to have fun in this challenge too. It hints at some rather unsettling practices from Takeshi's glorious. The rough backstory of this is that criminals and deviants will be exercised here.
I just especially did not do these tombs yet because then it would totally spoil it. That's nice.
So
I
either
And
way,
then we have a question. What are the ethics of representing spirituality? Like ephemeral stuff embedded in artifacts.
Embedded in artifacts, you mean as on the murals? You mean?
I don't know what the question means. I didn't write the question.
Right, Iris? You're gonna need some help with the controls before we
It
continue
is an
because
interesting
otherwise
question.
It's gonna take forever.
To
The ropey things.
think about
Look
this.
up. You see these things like
Yeah.
where it's rope around?
Yeah.
You can shoot an arrow at it. Do that. Okay. Release.
Whoa.
It's just like
Oh, that was fast. What is it?
That's what you get for destroying ancient treasures.
Oh, good. That was a good
I think
thing.
you just killed Alice.
Wow, that is a lot of things.
fire it up and
I
good.
feel like this is not a good approach for what is
Explode.
No, but it is a video game.
Yes.
This is not the traditional approach to mortuary archaeology, no.
No.
Also, Iris, some things you can actually connect a
So,
piece of rope to
get back
so
to
that
the,
it becomes a levering
Question in the chat.
mechanism.
It is an interesting question to think.
Question follow-up.
Ah, good.
Which might help.
Give me the follow-up. Yes.
Okay. Like ethics of intangible
Not
heritage
strong enough.
representation, like religion.
So you'll have to use something.
It is very interesting because more and more we are seeing that there is an awareness or at least an outcry among non-Western religions that are being represented in games. Western cultural heritage. Games also working on this of course as well. And we recently saw with Overwatch the strong critique of the appropriation of the goddess.
Oh,
But
it's
at the
Symmetra.
Symmetra,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And there's more examples to be given here. At the same time, it always feels, I think, that especially when we're talking about Christianity, as if this is already ours anyway. So this is not something like in this case, you have to be additionally careful in terms of
Look
appropriation.
around more in the room.
Of course,
You're
well,
missing
what you
something.
will see is, as Meghan already said, is that we are tiptoeing often around Christian symbolism and things like that. But at the same time, they are often heavily present in games, like in Uncharted. This is all about. There's a lot of Christian symbolism in it.
Heavenly or heavily?
Heavenly represented in our games. Are you here on the pun couch?
Yeah, I guess so.
Thank you. So, any particular feedback on the representation of intangible or particularly spiritual heritage from our counterparts in York?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Figure me out.
I think that one of the things that we have to be careful of here is something that I think how to put it. The idea of intangible cultural heritage is difficult to come across in a game if you don't have
To lower the water first.
codified system that we're already familiar with. Like, these are things that deal with Christianity. So it's hard to get intangible across without a tangible expression in games. And so I think a lot of times we don't consider the minor ways in which we're interacting with that heritage in games because it's so slippery to implement.
Right. No, I agree. Often it is something that you are intangible part of it particularly. Yeah, already have to be aware of that. Of course.
Embedded in it yourself.
Yes, exactly. And that's also when the critiques arise. People that are who are often still from communities that not necessarily tend to play a lot of video games. All of a sudden see their ritual symbolism being appropriated in games without maybe the type of context that they would like to have it, and that you end up in trouble. And in that sense, Christian symbolism, I mean, we all have at least a vague awareness of it. I mean, of course, I was raised as a Christian, so I have a little bit more of a background in there as well.
Me too.
yeah, I mean, other people maybe not, but still, it is something that
No way
pervades
to
our
open that
society
gate.
much more.
Must
So if
be
you
some way of
come across a
breaking
cross
through.
here,
Huh?
even if it's an Orthodox cross,
Yeah.
you have a bit of recognizability there, and maybe you even treat it as a player with a little bit more deference, or if you
Not necessarily, because I
astonished.
think,
Yeah, okay.
I think it has also to do like with other pop culture media. So we tend to see Christianity being portrayed as more extreme in movies, either like
My mind is
mainly
clear
in
today.
terms of like exorcism,
It
like
was not
this or
so
whatever,
yesterday, and it
like the
will not be
satanic
again.
background. You also tend
They
to see
say
it
the
in
devil
music
is
quite
inside me.
often.
They say I am
Right,
possessed.
so like in heavy metal
I've
music or
seen
in
the
other
beast
types
in-
of music, the concept of Satanism is more common, but it's also in real life more shocking.
Yeah.
So I think in a sense this is not, it's not that we feel more familiar, but it also has the ability to shock us way more if it goes wrong, if it goes out of what we know.